Ever wondered who's pioneering the advancements in cancer treatment through cutting-edge DNA technology? Listen in as Roy details his experience with Triox Nano, highlighting his unicorn startup's journey in leveraging DNA advancements to transform cancer care while navigating the challenges and opportunities of bringing such a pioneering strategy to the forefront.
Welcome to Healthtech Growth, the weekly podcast for healthcare founders and innovators, where we explore essential strategies to create successful and sustainable healthcare startups that improve patient outcomes and transform the healthcare industry.
As a board advisor for PulsePoint Path, I, Shauna Dixon-Smith, blend 17 years of expertise in purpose alignment with a passion for scaling businesses to their full potential. Specializing in synchronizing an individual's highest purpose with their company's vision, I craft strategies that not only accelerate personal growth, but also advance business objectives. My methodology ensures teams are aligned, motivated, and fully engaged with their work, driving companies toward unparalleled success. Now, let's listen as Roy shares his pioneering journey, offering a glimpse into the innovative mindset shaping the future of healthcare.
My name is Dr. Roy Farfara. I am the CEO and the founder of Triox Nano. Triox Nano is a company that I started in 2015, understanding that all the world around us is digital. We have smart homes, we have smart cars, but we don't have smart drugs. Medications are analog. And in my background, I am a surgeon and I'm a researcher. I worked in the Technion, and I got acquainted with digital technologies in the biological world using DNA molecular machines. So actually, everyone is familiar with DNA being a storage access or a storage facility, but DNA and RNA started in the beginning of life as machines. And there are different machines, including in our cells, that are made of DNA. In the last 20 years, the scientific community has taken this machine forwards and created some pretty amazing technologies that are actually made of DNA sequences, using these DNA machines to cap mesoporous particles that have many pores. But we could cap these particles in advance, knowing when they will uncap. So this was the first phase of programming. It was pre-programmed to open when we wanted it to open. Fast forward to today, we actually have 5 different programmable technologies. 2 of them are diagnostic and 3 of them are therapeutic, that are all based on DNA machines. So first, to be transparent, we have no revenues. We are a biotech preclinical company. Okay, we invent the technologies. We invent the basic science. We are less interested in following up with products. In other 4 technologies, we are actually looking to cooperate with the large pharma, to cooperate with technology companies that would like to take this patents, to take these ideas, to take these proof of concepts, and to follow up with clinical studies. And that's actually our challenge, because on one hand, we are totally disrupting a giant industry. On the other hand, it's hard to change the mindset. It's hard to understand that you can print medicine in a DNA printer, because all these DNAs are actually printable. So now you are actually talking about not a pharmaceutical company that is manufacturing and is storaging and logistically transferring. You are turning everything into programming. So I can share with you any sequence that I programmed and I proved that works. and you can print it locally wherever you are. It doesn't matter, Elon Musk on the way to Mars or a Navy ship on the way to Israel. They can use the information to make the medicine or the diagnostic test. And that's, disruptive and hard to persuade. And that's our issue.
I want to take this opportunity to speak to when you are totally disrupting a giant industry, and it's hard to change the mindset. And this does also correlate to when it's hard to explain your value to investors or customers, especially when you are selling a concept or ecosystem or idea, basically an intangible versus a physical product. When you find yourself in this position, start by seeking inspiration. Changing global mindsets has been done before. Think back to when the earth was flat instead of round, or the hypothesis that illness was caused by tiny invisible creatures jumping from person to person before the microscope existed to reveal germs. It's helpful to look back and see the pattern of how those ideas were finally accepted. How can you bridge your work with a metaphor or experience your audience has already had? You can hear how it became easier for Roy once there was a similar concept in the marketplace to compare to. In my work, I've had similar issues as what I do doesn't exist in the marketplace today. I use the metaphor of how what I do is like an onion, and what we are doing is cutting out the core so all the layers fall away, instead of having to peel back one layer of problems at a time. This is relatable because most people have experienced an onion and its layers. So what can you find that's relatable for your innovative offering? That leads me to the key elements you need when seeking and speaking to investors. Investors prefer tangible, measurable goods for obvious reasons. It speaks to the security of their investment. And this is human nature. We can feel secure when we see it, touch it, and know what to expect. Whereas with the intangible, there is more room for confusion, and confused people don't invest. So, when seeking investment, there are 3 key elements. First, you must keep the explanation very simple. Do not use jargon. Use short words with as few syllables as possible, and pause after key short phrases. Second, it must relate to something they are very familiar and comfortable with, like the example we just talked about with the onion. And third, you need numbers, statistics, and metrics of some kind. If your offering is so innovative it doesn't have a lot of statistics of its own, that's okay. You can utilize the statistics of the industry you are trying to change to emphasize the need for investing in new solutions. Hopefully, this has given you some ideas for how to be better understood as an innovator disrupting the marketplace. And now you can move forward with more confidence in your message as you go out there and change the world.
Thank you for listening to Healthtech Growth. If you're a healthcare tech innovator or founder interested in being a featured guest on our show, visit healthtechgrowth.io to learn more.